Hello and welcome to my first video on YouTube, the journey of trying to raise some koi fry. Got the set up in my shed at the moment. As you can see, it's a little bit cramped. Made a few homemade filters there, which we'll go through in a minute. And yeah, hopefully it should do the trick. I've got the fry coming tomorrow, 250. So everything's pretty much in place at the moment. Been running it for a couple of weeks. Had a few leaks here and there on my joints, but managed to overcome them. I think it was just where I was moving the storage containers around rather than anything else, but everything, touch wood, seems to be okay at the moment. So what I've got is a 500 litre fiberglass vat here, which is obviously going to be the main vat. Got a Sunfish 3000 litre per hour pump, which can be dry mounted at a future date if needed, because the vat has got a bottom drain on as well. So I'll just see how I go with the way it is at the moment, and then maybe transfer to the bottom drain, change the setup a bit later. So that's gonna pump the water up. I've got a inline tap I put in as well to control the flow, just in case I want to block one of the storage containers off for cleaning. So we'll obviously control the flow, which is good. So it goes all the way up there to a homemade shower, which is just a piece of 32mm plumbing pipe with a load of holes drilled in rather. Then some koi brushes underneath, six of those to hopefully catch the large particles. Down into some sponges. Then I've got a 40mm drain off going into the next container, which is just a 40mm tank connector with a push fit 40mm piece of tube, which goes into some alpha grog there. Got there's about 8 kilos in there, and maybe to fit a bit more in there. It's just been testing how the levels have been. Got a T-piece in there with a bit of homemade filtering. It comes out of both of them when I turn the pump on. Then from there, another just standard 40mm tank connector through into the moving bed, which is Helix. It gives a nice flow out of there, and I've also got 3 air stones which pushes it, and it seems to be moving it around quite well. Had to just alter the flow and move the air stones around a bit, but it's not too bad, I think. Then it comes out of there with another 40mm tank connector into a 210 litre vat, which I'm probably going to use just for any smaller fish that don't come on, or any with possible deformities or anything once the fry get a little bit bigger. That also gives a nice flow when I start the pump up, and then drains out. This one was already drilled hole, so I just used it as the drain off, just in case anything gets blocked. So then that comes back down into the main vat that we saw earlier. I've had to put a couple of 3 kilowatt lights in because it was pretty dark here in the shed, so that illuminates them quite well, and you can dim them as well. Got one either side, using a 1500 litre per hour air pump, which has got oxygen going to the big vat, going to all of them. So that's not too bad. So I'll just start the pump up and the air at once, and we can see how we're going. So the water's just going through now. Comes out nicely. on the shower. I just got to realign the brushes, but it comes out pretty well. Fills up nicely. Then I've got 2 outlets going into the Alpha Grog. And then obviously the tanks have got to fill up slightly, and then the Helix gets moving, and the 2 in the back corner push it forward to it, and it constantly hopefully cycles. And then the oxygen bar in there then gets pushed with a nice little current going round once everything gets moving. So I've gained the ideas off of a lot of YouTube videos and just, well, set it up like this. Hopefully it will be okay. Like I say, I've had a few teething problems, but I think most of that is down to my workmanship and not anything else. So yeah, that's the setup. The fish are coming tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. You know, this tank's filling up at the moment, and as you can see, there's quite a nice little flow going already. Quiet spot over in the corner, which is good, and the same here. Once it starts flowing, it gives a nice circular movement with a couple of nice quiet spots. I just checked a couple of offcuts from the other small pond I got outside that the koi had chewed off, so I just thought I'd check them in for a bit of fun. So yeah, that's it. As you can see, it's starting to move a bit better now with the flow coming through, and then the 3 air stones push it over from each corner, and it all comes to the middle, fires back, and then it also goes along the bottom there, if you can just see that. I'll see how this goes, but I may change that again. Just have to see how it goes. So yeah, that's it. Fish coming tomorrow. Fingers crossed. And I'll let you know how it goes on the next video. Thanks for watching.